Staying comfortable, my friend, is eventually dangerous for individuals, teams, family, and organization. Would you say yes? Do you know those people who always say that I'm going to leave the organization, but they never leave? Is that person sitting next to you? Just look at them. Spade and cement was my vocabulary. 22 years down the line, there's something changed in me. Is that a yes? But that came only from one thing. Small daily innovations of dare consistently to get better and better and better.
Now, I would like to introduce today's keynote speaker, Mr. Bobby Dsouza. Bobby Dsouza is a global keynote speaker, leadership expert, author of Fallen to Rise, a musician, and a podcaster with over 22 years of experience across sales, service, ITS, learning and development, and people growth. He has inspired more than 36,500 individuals in person, partnered with over 201 organizations worldwide, and is recognized among India's top 15 motivational speakers. Let's not keep the suspense and invite Mr. Bobby Dsouza on stage.
All right, good morning, everybody. Namaskar. Kasakai Pune. All right, so can I request everybody to please stand up? Ube raha. Can you quickly stand? Do you think to innovate we need to get energized first? Yes, no? Yes. Do you say yes? Yes. All right, now I have had the privilege of working with 201 organizations. How many? 101. You are, Atlas Copco, you are 202nd organization. IKEA, Siemens, Coca-Cola, Mahindra, Reliance. Think of a company, me and my team have done something with it. But the question is, how was it even possible for somebody like me who's not the tallest, who's not the smartest, who's not the most good-looking guy, to dare and do things which was beyond my reality? Looks a little difficult, right? Yes or no? Now you got to respond. Is that okay? Before we do this activity, may I just say, I'm going to give my 100%. We're going to use music as a tool. Would you like that? Yes. English chalega sabko? Huh? So we're going to use music as a tool, but the key goal is a message that inspires us. And I'm not going to do some magic, by the way. I'm just a human being. But what I will do is, there is a magic inside us. Would you say yes? Yes. My goal is just to, trigger it and just like Ignovate, ignite inside you. Are you ready? Yes. So what you do is go around without hitting the camera. It does not have an insurance. Shake a hand with at least 10 people around you and say, hi, how are you? Can you do that? Shake a hand with somebody around you and say, hi, how are you? Can you do that? Come on. So, as I said earlier, Ignovate or Innovate always starts with the first letter I. Would you agree? It does not start with technology, products, solutions, idea. Even the word idea starts with the letter I. So I starts with me. Would you say yes? You might see certain things that I do may sound crazy to you. Is that cool? But when Elon Musk, somebody spoke about Elon Musk, right? How many of us admire his work? Is he doing something which is daring and gutsy? Yes or no? Yes. Correct. So Elon Musk said, listen, we will take the rocket up and it will come back. Was that ever possible before? Correct. But somebody said, I want to dare and think something that has never happened before. Would you say yes? And my friend, the great thing about that is, it started with something called faith. Can you say the word faith? Now, faith ka matlab Hindi mein hai vishwas. And what is faith? Faith is being sure of what you hope for, but certain of what you cannot see. But somehow deep in your heart you say, Atlas Copco is possible in India. Oh, we're going to have a small office. Oh, possibly we will grow it to 500 people, to 1,000 people. Oh, possibly we will serve so many customers. Is that a yes? But it started with one little thing called faith. When nobody could see it, किसी ने देखा नहीं, but somebody believed, and it started with I. Would you say yes? And then so many I's joined together, and it became we. सहमत है मेरी बात से? Before we move forward, can we give a big hand to the organizing team, because they have done a great setup. Can we give a big hand to the organizing team? Now, before I move on to a little bit of music that I want to perform for you, let's just look at that. Number one, can everybody shout it out with me? I choose to dare. Now, it is interesting. There are some pictures over here. Do you see some pictures over here? I guess you're seeing Elon Musk over here. Yes or no? And we just spoke about him. But there are some other people over here as well. Does anybody know this man? Sorry? Huh? Sam? Altman, I say, you say Altman. Whatever pronunciation we have, has he created something that we could not think of? Would you say yes? Do you think Google search engine is being impacted because of that? Yes or no? Everything that we can think of is happening. Everything that can have a formula can be automated, and that job role will one day possibly cease to exist. Yes or no? Correct. So a question that we have to ask is, if you want to have secure jobs, which is important, yes or no? Because EMI to jana hai. Correct? So if you want to have secure job, we want to be financially free, one very important thing we need to realize is, we got to think, if AI is going to take away some of my role, or if it's going to automate certain part of my role, is it possible for me to learn something that cannot be replaced at least for the next 10 years? Now, interestingly, anybody's heard of Sony Walkman? Do you remember those days? Sony Walkman phones, and we used to have people wearing sport t-shirts and all, or walk karte the beach ke samne. Correct? Do you realize they were the biggest innovators at that time? Yes or no? Anybody remember that orange Sony phones you had? I remember I used to work for the call center, and I used to travel, and I got my new Sony phone. I loved it so much. I loved the vibrant, and I used to plug in, and I used to put a song of Jagjit Singh, a singer, by the way, in India, and I used to play it loud. And I used to show off everybody, oh, that's my phone. But then, that was the biggest innovation until somebody came. Who came? Apple came. Would you say yes? And Apple said, hi everybody, I come with something called as iPods. Nano, remember? And then suddenly you had 10 songs in Sony Walkman, but iPods came and just changed the rule of the game. Would you say yes? So this is my suggestion and a challenge to the team at Atlas Copco. There are two options you have. Either you can innovate. Now, innovate is basically consistently you're trying to improve and get better and better and better. Would you say yes? Okay, that's exactly what you're planning and doing here. Or you could actually change the rule of the game and disrupt the market. That's exactly what ChatGPT does. That's exactly what Elon Musk does. And that's exactly what digital cameras on the phone did to Kodak. Would you say yes? Correct? I was doing a keynote for a very, very large, petrol and diesel company. And I challenged them. Well, I said, do you know electric cars one day may possibly replace the need for diesel and petrol? Would you say yes? Possibly, yes or no? So, small daily innovations often compound to major gains. Would you say yes? Small, little changes every day. And I'm not saying about that dhamakedar, big change, but it's small, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Nobody sees it. But those are small micro dares. Yes or no? That's exactly what took me. Now, hear me out. When I was 15 years old, I used to be a mazdoor. You know what's a mazdoor? I was a laborer, construction worker on the roads of Mumbai. Cement, reti, ghamela, spade and cement was my vocabulary. 22 years down the line, there's something changed in me. Is that a yes? But that came only from one thing. Small daily innovations of dare consistently to get better and better and better. Yes or no? Now, do you have something to write? Do you have a pen, paper? Or do you have a mobile with you? Can you just open a notepad or a WhatsApp or something and make some notes? Because this is a learning place. Is that a yes? Correct? How many of you can quickly show me your mobile with a notepad or something so I know that you're with me in it? Just show me your phones with that white screen of yours. Don't text your girlfriend saying, hi, I'm just acting as if I'm... Just show me your phones, please, everybody. Show it, show it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So now, there is this one picture that you see over here. Anybody knows who this is? Indra Nui. Who is she? Ex-CEO of PepsiCo. Her or Pepsi? You know, today there is a lot of glamour about leaving your job. Aapne suna hai, right? And starting your own startup like Zomato or any other company, Oyo, whatever. Yes or no? But I'm actually challenging you, without leaving your job, you can grow up the rank within the organization when you consistently dare, hear me out, when you do not have a designation, when you do not have a title, and even when people are not convinced, you believing that I can be a catalyst of change by taking small, minor steps. Now, why do I say that? That is exactly what Indra did. When she joined the company, she was not a CEO of the company. She was just a normal employee. Now, what is Pepsi most famous for? Come on, shout it out. Mostly drinks, yes or no? And a lot of people would say that soft drinks are not good for health. At a time when they were doing really well financially, you know, we say, कि जब तक टूटे नहीं तो क्यों हाथ लगाना? Why repair it until it is not broken, right? She said, staying comfortable. Now, if you're writing it down on your paper, this is the first thing I want to write. Staying comfortable, my friend, is eventually dangerous for individuals, teams, family, and organization. Would you say yes? If you're staying too comfortable, one day you could be replaced. Hi, Anna. And what she realized was that we are only into, you know, Pepsi products and stuff like that. Can we create something new completely, which will also get into health? Because there was this rapid realization of pressure of environment, and the newspaper was all talking about how can we be more health aware. How many of you agree, when you go to a supermarket today in Mumbai, Pune, Sweden, wherever you're part of, have you realized that there is more health aware food being shown? Yes or no? In fact, even on YouTube, if you see a tech talk, there will be an ad that comes that shows you a health aware product. Yes or no? So then Indra realizes a long time back that it's too comfortable. So then what she did is she went to different people and said, listen, I have an idea. Can we bring in health products? People said no. Investor says that's too risky. Now hear me out. This is what the management said. Listen, ये Pepsi का तरीका नहीं है. This is not the PepsiCo way. She didn't fight with them. She didn't argue with them. She didn't say, I'm smarter than you. What she did is small steps she took with the R&D team and got little result. Remember the small, daily, micro innovations. Say yes. Can we repeat that with me? Small. Come on, with your heart, please. Small, daily, micro innovations. She started convincing the team by just doing a little in the R&D team, a little result here, a little result there, and slowly the organization said, wow, that is good. Today, some of us, how many of us are here today who are actually going to be showcasing their innovation today? I think most of you, right? Yes or no? Can we give a big hand to everybody over here? Tell me, how many of you are finding what I shared helpful? कितने लोगों को लगता है कि जो मैं शेयर कर रहा हूं वो आपके लिए helpful है? Would you say yes? So smile to the person next to you and say, this guy is good. That guy is good, man. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Last and last. Whoa. All right. Anybody feeling energetic? Yes or no? Yes. Question is, did your life situation change? Did you by any chance lose your credit card? Not yet. Because I didn't get it. All right. Are we ready? So did you realize your energy changed in the room? Yes or no? Is your life situation changed? If somebody in your family is sick, has that changed? But what changed? You changed. Are you with me? Just imagine 22 years back when I sat on that cement and I'm sitting down and asking myself, Bob, क्या यही मेरी जिंदगी है? Is this how my life is gonna be? Something had to change and nothing around me had to change. But Jim Rohn has a powerful quote. When you change, things around you will eventually change. Don't we all want changes in our life? Yes or no? Yes. But all the time you're saying, my wife has to change, my mother-in-law has to change. All the men will say no. All the girls will say yes. Okay, so we say others have to change, but where does the change start from? I. Okay, give a high five to 3 people and sit down, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the question is, will you ever be fully ready? Will you ever have the perfect time? Not actually. It is that small micro dares. Did you do some micro dare right now by doing, oh, yes, yes or no? Did you feel better? So hear me out, my friend. When you dare a little every day, your emotional state changes, and that impacts your energy every day. Would you say yes? All right, 2 people only for now. Just hold on. How was the experience just playing the drum with me? What did you feel? What happened?
Like I said, I have one at my home. I had a passion to play it, but then probably I don't. When it is somebody is together, probably, and that's where when you created this ambience, I feel an innate urge to really start playing once again.
Wow.
So my weekend plan is again to bring it back.
What's your name?
Srinivas.
Huh?
Srinivas.
Srinivas, just hold on. Srinivas said something which is actually part of my content today. Psychological safety is one of the ethos followed by Google. Anybody heard of the company called Google? Yes or no? Now, what Google does as a company is, one of the reasons why their team is so strong and they're consistently creating Gemini and Google and this product and that product is basically because they have this thing called, if you experiment, if you try something new, and if you make a mistake, it is absolutely okay under the boundaries that we've created so that it does not disrupt the company, but consistently innovate. And the management and senior leaders says, we are there to support you rather than saying, ki mat karo. Srinivas just proved what Google actually says. Psychological safety. The exact words Srinivas said is, you created an ambience and an environment where people felt a sense of, I could do something. Now here is an interesting thing. All the leaders, whether you're logged in virtually or you're in person over here, when you create an ambience of you can try it out, something new, you will not be judged, try out something new. When you create an environment which is more open, flexible, a spark is created by another innovator who had it in him but had stopped. Say yes. So Srinivas, can we give a big hand to Srinivas, please? Everybody, thank you so much. And take 30 seconds, shake a hand with the partner next to you and share one learning that you just received. Quickly talk with a partner next to you and share one learning or insight that you received. Share it quickly with somebody next to you, please. Jaldi se. Share it with somebody next to you. एक चीज जो आपने सीखा, जल्दी से share करो with somebody next to you. Now hear me out. What is really innovative? Something that is novelty, something that is unique, that has never been heard of. We never heard of something being changed, right, completely. So that's novelty. So the 30 innovation that is going to show up, the question is, if you want to say if it is really innovative, people who are judging it, question is it unique? Number 1. Number 2, is it adding value? Now I have a question. How many of you have used Gemini or ChatGPT or Copilot and created some sort of image out of it? Yes or no? So if it is not adding value to you, why would you waste your time there? Ha ya na? So it's adding value. Do you think this was done just by the CEO of Google or Alphabet, or it was created by an engineering team whose name we don't know? That's right. And a lot of engineers here, yes or no? A big hand to all the engineers. You are the brain and the execution behind all that we do. When we serve our stakeholders, our customers, to everybody that we serve, it is with us, right? So execution. Can we shout it out? And if you're writing it down on your mobile, what is really innovative? Novelty plus value plus execution. Interesting, yes or no? Novelty, can we shout it out? 1, 2, 3. Plus value plus execution. Now you would say, Bob, Google Gemini is interesting, but how does it connect to my role? Hi, Anna. ये question आता है. Anybody heard of a company called GitHub? Okay. Now hear me out. How many weekly, monthly, daily meetings do you have, virtually or in person? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it take a lot of your time? Yes or no? Correct. Is it important? Yes. What GitHub said is, the meetings are very important, but can we crunch the time? And what they did is, they came up with novelty, which is, they said, can we replace the live meeting with people taking selfie, video in an app, and recording, see, this is the update, this is the project I did, this is what I did. And then that is translated over there. Next, when they did it, people are feeling an in-person conversation, yes or no? Can it be scaled? Yes, because it can be seen by anybody in person or virtually around the world. But here is the interesting thing, 70% meetings became lesser. As a result, everyone was able to save 3 to 5 hours every day to do something more productive. Is that good? So do you think it will give us time to experiment and innovate? Hi, Anna. So now when I was talking with some of the leaders, and they said, Bob, our team are very sincere, they want to innovate. But problem kya hai na? These people come at 7:50 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. They have such a busy schedule. Where do they have time to pause? Yes or no? So sometime we got to just change the pattern. And it is possible. Would you say yes? मैंने हमेशा ऐसा ही किया है, हाँ या ना? I have always done like this. So mechanically, my mind is roboted to say this is how I do it, yes or no? And this is exactly what happens in organization. Your senior leader comes and says, guys, come on. Today we're going to innovate. And you say, oh my God.
Innovate. We are always doing it like this.
Have you seen people like this in your team? Yes or no? Is that person sitting next to you? Is that person sitting behind you? Just look behind and check. All right, hear me out, hear me. Listen. Shh. Is that person sitting on your chair? Sometimes yes. Yes or no? Sometimes, if you want to make better financial situations in our family, because that's our first team, yes or no? Our team and organization, it always starts with I, yes or no? And what we need to realize, my friend, is choice is yours. Some people can be intelligent commentator in their team, yes or no? Or so senior leader comes and says, listen guys, today we want to create something innovative. I'll say, Achha. We are already working for so many hours. What is the use of all this? Do you know those people who always say that I'm going to leave the organization, but they never leave? Is that person sitting next to you? Just look at them. They look at you and say, guys, I don't like this place. There's no vibe in it. All the Gen Z, there's no vibe in it. Hashtag, this is not the place I'll work. But next day morning, they'll come. Now, hear me out. The person who they complained and told, I will leave, that person left. But this person is still taking gratuity and possibly pension also. So, my friend, what I want to say is, I enjoyed that you enjoyed it. But here is my question, my friend. It is so easy to sit on your keyboards on your computer and say, this is not good, that is not good, India is not good, this is not good, education system is not good, Pune roads are not good. Yes or no? Possible? But there are very few people who are actually value creators, experts who actually add value to people's life. Would you say yes or no? Correct. I'm saying at Atlas Copco, can all of us be that select few who create value rather than say, oh, chhodna kya milne wala hai. Would you say yes? Can you look to somebody next to you and say, don't be an expert commentator, not needed. Navjot Sidhu is already there. We need value creators. Can you look to somebody and say, we don't need expert commentators, we need value creators. Can you tell that person next to you, please? Jaldi say. Tell that person next to you. I rather have questions that I can't answer rather than answers I can't question. Hello. And if you're a senior leader over here, I'm going to suggest to you, in spite of your designation, title, whatever you have, it is important for you to realize psychological safety is a fabric that creates a very innovative organization. Or we can have a great Ignovate as an event, but that's where it will stay. But every day, leaders, if you can create a psychological safety, then automatically people will open up. Would you say yes or no? Yes. Nature. How many of us love the nature? Now, this is what I want to say. We talk about, we have to be adaptable, we have to innovate and all that. But it is important every day to take out some time where you create a little jungle space for you in your mind, where you space out from everyday's Rosemarra transactions and you pause every day. And take out some time with yourself where you can just recharge yourself. You can excite yourself. You can go back to finding what is that vajah or the reason why you started your journey. Do you remember your day one at Atlas Copco? Do you remember the day when you got an ID card and the HR person says, hey, come here. And you're waiting at the reception and saying, oh, I don't know who my manager is going to be. Do you remember when you first entered the canteen and you ate something and you told your wife or your mother, your brother, your sister, listen, I got the job letter. Do you remember that day? Yes or no? You were curious, yes or no? You were hungry. You were ready to learn, hi or na? But 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 12 years down the line, sometimes what happens is we lose the fire and the spark within us. Would you say yes? Yes or no? So what I want to tell you is just like you saw the jungle, you've got to take out some time every day to recharge yourself. Would you say yes? Shake a hand with the person next to you, say, take out some time to recharge every day. We just have 12 minutes more to go. Are you with me right now? Yes or no? Give a high five to someone and say 12 minutes more, he will end. 12 minutes more, he will end. What do you see on the screen? They are not very known brands. Anybody knows which brand they are? Not really famous so much in Pune and Mumbai, but they're very famous locally in small villages. One of the products is called Campa. The other product is called Lahori Jeera. Some of us must have got it. Do you know what is the market size of beverage in India? 65,000 crore. Turn that into $1 million, Guess what market share they have captured recently, 2025. 15% of the market share they have taken away from the biggest giant, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Is that amazing? Yes or no? Is it amazing? Yes or no? So a nobody starts something and they do something very unique. How they innovated? They asked a question. Now, this is the most important thing. If you forget everything else, I want to take a paper and pen or mobile and write this down. They asked a question that you and I can ask. It's called, what if? Can you write it down on your mobile or wherever, or in your mind? What if? Can you shout it out with me? 1, 2, 3. What? One more time. What if? They asked a question, what if we can take a bit of the market share, and they now have taken 15% from the market share. Now, question is, how did they actually do it? They did it in such an interesting manner. This is how they did this. They questioned the status quo. They said, this is how things are done. Pepsi and Cola is a product. Can we get a local taste that everybody likes? That we eat when our mama, dada makes it at home. How many of us love homemade food? Or the lemonade or the lassi that mom and dad made when we were 5 years old. So everybody's connected to home, right? What they said is, can we sell to the market? They brought local taste experiment. They decreased the cost of packaging. And as a result, they got market share. Now, what they did is they tapped into smaller towns. Now, I listened to an interview. The CEO says, we want to now go all across the India, but now we started with local market. Local market have not seen a lot of modern products, so they are open to experimenting and trial, yes or no. And as a result, they were able to understand their customer and tap into that market. Is that good? So now here is a question for the team at Atlas Copco. But before we look at Atlas Copco, here is my question. If you're taking a pen and paper, write it down for your personal lives. We start with organization and team. What if in my everyday I could be what no one ever thought I could be? Yes or no? What if I could actually pull it off? What nobody thought I could do. Is that possible for you? Yes or no? What if at the age of 44, you can start losing weight and start becoming more fit? What if you're married and somebody says, Srinivas said, I had a spark of the drums, but I left it. What if you could also do music at whatever your age is? What if you could be the richest person in your entire generation of family? Yes or no? And here is a question for Atlas Copco. We saying we have some market share, right? As an organization. What if we could take the entire market share? Is that possible? Is that possible? 100% possible. Remember at the start of the session, I used a word called faith. I dare. I stood over there, there's rain falling. I said, I have faith that my biography will never determine the autobiography I'm writing for my life. Will you too? जो मेरे साथ हो चुका है वो कभी नहीं निर्णय करेगा कि मेरा भविष्य कैसे होता है. And that's where my growth started, because I said, what if my current reality can change? Can I ask you, what if your current reality can change? I have a question. When you dare and you ask yourself, what if, do you think your life can change? Yes. Do you think your family's life can change? Yes, yes or no? Yes. I have a 2-year-old beautiful son, and today morning, he's traveled with me, he's staying in a beautiful hotel. When I look at his face, I say that what if I asked myself, change my life? Can it change yours too? Yes or no? Collaborative synthesizer. Do you think it is important for us to collaborate? Yes or no? Yes. Now question is, Facebook was created by who? Bobby Dsouza. Who created? Mark Zuckerberg. Did he create it alone? It was created by whom? A team that he appointed, yes or no? Yes. No. It was created by friends. It was created by friends. Yes or no? YouTube was created by whom? Whoever the name that you thought about were great friends or even family. Yes or no? Google was started by whom? Friends in a garage. तो इससे क्या पता चलता है हमको? We can have processes and protocol and systems, but जब हम दोस्त होते हैं, तो things change. Yes or no? Ignovate, my friend, starts with realizing that we got to be innovative. Yes or no? It starts with us being people who are curious challenger. Yes or no? Yes. Number 2, risk taker every day, incrementally, little by little. Number 3, collaborative synthesizer. I can't do it alone. I got to do it with friends. And number 4, I got to be adaptable and flexible, starting with our homes first and then outside. Thank you so much. My name is Bobby Dsouza.
The energy in the room has shifted suddenly. Do you agree? Now I can hear the voices.